Welcome back to the Edmond State Dynasty. In the last episode, we officially kicked off Season 2. We got a pretty dominant win over Tulsa in that episode, 31-7. We had a chance to beat James Madison, but we're not going to talk about that game and how a errant pitch kind of cost us the whole deal. But in today's episode, we should get through at least a couple more games, and more importantly, we finish our out-of-conference schedule by traveling to Stillwater. It has been a minute since I recorded this series, but I don't think there's anything new on the recruiting board to show you guys right now. The only thing to kind of recap is we already have three 3-stars already ready to come here, an outside linebacker, a wide receiver, and a brand new right tackle. And another thing as of recording this episode is they have finally fixed most of the scoreboard glitch. Still coming out of simulation, it's not there, but once you pick a play, it shows up and it should remain there as we look at the play. So at least they finally addressed that. So we'll have that going on in today's episode. The first scenario we get, it is still 0-0 and it's a 3rd and 5 to try to keep this drive alive. And we're going to try to use our quarterback speed to get to the outside. We're just going to scramble for the first down and slide to safety. It would then go back to simulating and has thrown us right back in, this time on a 3rd and 1. We will drop back to pass. We're going to try to find the tight end, caught by Tony Livingston, who has the first down all the way down to the 16-yard line. And from there, it will let us jump in. So we come out in a shotgun set. We're going to give this one to Dylan Turner, who will try to juke to the outside, but gets stood up for a loss of 1. That will bring up a 2nd and 11. We'll come out with no one else in the backfield but our quarterback, but we're going to the end zone, and that one gets deflected away. Okay, just need to take care of the ball, and we should at least get a field goal here, but I would obviously love a touchdown. And on 3rd down, we're going to roll to the outside and fire this one downfield. That'll be caught for the first down, but there is a flag. Are they going to call roughing the passer? Yes, they will. All right, we don't get a holding call, and we're probably going to decline that and just take the touchdown. I didn't think he was actually in the end zone, but yeah, I'll just take the points. We don't get to jump in on defense on the next drive. We get to come back out for a 3rd and 5, and we're not going to call a run play here. Let's audible to a pass and see if we can't get this first down. They're bringing a lot of people blitzing. We'll throw to the outside, caught by Dominique Speed down the sideline out of the 23. It would then go back to simulating, and now we're kicking a field goal, so I guess it did not go well considering we're facing a 4th and 16, but we'll see if that's going to be good. The kick is away, and we will have a 10-point lead. Once again, no defensive drive here. Now a 3rd and 1 for us in our very next scenario, and we're going to throw this one to Livingston, who will make the catch and keep the drive moving. But now we'll have to do it again just a couple plays later. It would go back into simulation, so now it's a 3rd and 10. We'll drop back and look to pass. Rolling to the outside. Can Eberle escape? Yes, he will for the first down. And I tried to slide. The ball pops in the air, and Oklahoma State has recovered that one. I tried to get just a few more yards on the run. I should have slid way sooner than when I tried, and obviously it backfires. It has now decided to throw us in for a 2-minute drill here with 1:54 to go in the half. It is a 10-3 ball game. We are still in the lead, obviously. Hand off to Dylan Turner to the outside for the first down. He has apparently had a really rough day today. He's only up to 14 yards. Now Eberle back in shotgun. We'll drop back to the pass. We're going to roll this to the outside and finally just let this one go to our tight end, caught by Livingston, who will break a tackle and get out of bounds. The next play would just be an incomplete pass, and it leads to a 2nd and 10. Eberle out of shotgun. We'll drop back to the pass. We are going to let this one go deep downfield. Do we have our man? Yes, we do. It's caught by Lyle Shermer, who's off to the races inside the 10-5, and a touchdown for Edmond State. And the defense was able to get us the ball one more time. With 56 seconds to go in the half, we have one timeout of 17-3. I don't know what their offense is doing, but I'm fine with it. And on the first play, that's going to be a first down. Not going to burn that final timeout just yet. Back in shotgun again, we're going to go downfield to Livingston, and he will make the catch through the zone all the way down to the 33. The next play would just be an incomplete pass, so now it's a 2nd and 10 with 36 seconds to go. And we're going to drop back, and Eberle's just going to take this wide open running lane for the first down inside the inside the 15. I don't know what I was trying to say, but all the way down to the 11. With 29 seconds to go in the half out of a 5-wide set. Eberle will drop back to the pass. We're going to step up in the pocket, but they were ready for it this time. That's going to count as a sack. That brings up a 2nd and 10. The clock is still running. We'll drop back to the pass. Eberle rolling to the outside. We're going to try to fire this to the end zone, and that one's going to be intercepted. All right, I held onto the button way too long that time. Believe it or not, this would be the next scenario we get. With 6:47 to go in the 4th quarter, they're going for it on 4th down. So we will finally get to jump in on defense, but I have no idea what the score is currently. It is apparently 17-9, which is a bit weird to see, but it will be an option play to the outside, and they're going to get the first down. It would simulate a couple more plays, and now it's a 3rd and 4 with 5 minutes to go in the game. He's going to drop back to pass and throw to the outside, caught by his man, who will break that tackle and get brought down to the 21. It would then simulate one more play, and they would apparently get all the way down to the 2, so now it's a 1st and goal with 4 minutes remaining. And I think they're going to try this option. I thought it was a jet toss, but it goes to the running back, and he gets blown up in the backfield. I read it incorrectly. I was going for the jet toss, so I'm glad that everyone else saw exactly what was happening. But now 2nd and goal from the 4. They're lined up under center. He's going to send a man in motion this time. And it's going to go to the outside, but we actually make the tackle. I'm going to jinx something by saying this, but I'm getting slightly better on defense. Not great, not even good, not even okay, but I'm slightly better than I was. On the next play, it's a handoff to the back again, and he once again gets brought down. 4th and goal from the 2, and obviously they will go for it. It's going to be a shotgun set for the Cowboys. They take the snap. It's a handoff to the back to the outside, and this time he will get into the end zone. Touchdown OSU, but I imagine they will go for 2. And it didn't throw me in on this scenario, so I had to manually jump in, and with the option play, he is not getting into the end zone. We will keep our 2-point lead, and we just need to run down the clock from here with 2:14 to go. Garcia is back to return this kick from the goal line, and once again, kick return blocking is not great, but it does move us up to the 20. From our own 20-yard line, Dylan Turner's in the backfield, but we're going to send a man in motion. It'll be a toss to Shermer, who is met and immediately brought down. That'll take us down to the 2-minute warning. That brings up a 2nd and 14. Now out of shotgun, we'll give this one to Turner, who is met immediately, and now we face a 3rd and 14 as they burn that first time out. The question you really have to ask yourself as a play caller in this situation is, do you run the ball and force him to burn a 2nd timeout, or do you try to throw for the 1st down to secure the game? Well, how about we sort of do both with a jet toss to the outside? Shermer will try to spin a man out, but he's met and brought down. All right, so it does not work, but they do burn the 2nd timeout, and now we'll punt it away. OSU will take over at their own 37-yard line with 1:47 to go and a single timeout. He'll drop back to the pass. He's going to lob this to the outside, and I thought we could have had a chance to make a break on that one for an interception, but I'll take an incomplete pass. He'll drop back to the pass again, and it's a quick throw. That one's immediately brought down. Only a 1-yard gain, and now they're going to run a no-huddle offense. Once again, we're going to keep man coverage going on a 3rd and 9 with 1.5 minutes to play. He's back in a shotgun set again. They'll take the snap, and he's going to lob this one downfield and miss his receiver, so it will come down to a 4th and 9. And once again, I'm keeping the same exact thing, just man coverage across the board. For the 4th down, he is all alone in the backfield. He'll drop back to pass, going over the middle, and he finds his man through the referee, and he gets all the way into field goal range. Maybe that's my fault for calling the same defensive play multiple times in a row. But now on a 1st and 10 from the 30, out of a 5-wide set again, he'll drop back, going over the middle, a wide open man. But they don't seem to be letting the clock run down too much. About a minute to go here from the 13. He's going to snap the ball and look to pass a quick throw to the outside, and I really thought you had a chance to intercept that, but I guess not. 2nd and 10. Now, if they score, we do have a chance here. So now it's going to be a handoff to the running back, and we meet him in the backfield and bring him down. Why don't we burn our first time out? We may be counting on our offense to pull off a miracle. 3rd and 12 from the 15. It'll be a handoff to the outside, and he's going to get met and brought down and bring up a 4th and 10. We'll burn our 2nd timeout and bring out their kicker. This will be about a 30-yard attempt to give them a 1-point lead. The snap to hold the kick is away, and it is good. Let's see if we can just call a fair catch on this one. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. And yeah, we'll just take it to the 25. 44 seconds and 1 timeout remaining. All we need is a field goal. Eberle will drop back to the pass. And we're going to run to the outside. We're going to take off, and he will get hit, fumble the ball. But luckily, we were able to recover that one. And I believe we just had an injury. It's Tony Livingston, our tight end. So it does stop the clock, but we don't burn a timeout. Eberle's carry rating may not be very good now that I'm thinking about it. But from our own 40-yard line, out of a shotgun set, he'll drop back to the pass. And roll to the outside will make that throw. That'll be caught by Shermer, who cuts up field across the 50. Running that no-huddle offense now. 26 seconds to go here in the game. Another shotgun set. We'll take another quick throw over the middle. This one caught by Shermer again. And the clock is going to continue to run. And I cannot really do anything about Duke Jones right now. We'll have to run to the line here. The clock is still running. 12 seconds. Please get the snap off here. Finally take the snap. And we're going to throw this one over the middle. That'll be caught by Jones. And does he hold on to it? Yes, he does. We'll burn a timeout with 6 seconds to go. We're going to send out our kicker. Oklahoma State does burn a timeout to try to ice him here. Well, all we need to do is make a decent field goal And we will win this game. The kick is away, and it's going to go right down the middle. We take a 2-point lead, and now all we have to do is kick the ball off. Here we go. We're going to send this one deep downfield. Will they call a fair catch? I don't think they have much of a choice. We are going to send everybody deep, and I'm going to control the safety and just hope that we don't let up some sort of miracle. He's going to throw this towards the sideline, but you don't have enough time to do stuff like that. We get out of here with a win, 20-18. We walk into Stillwater and somehow escape with a victory. So in the in-state opponents that I set up, which were Oklahoma, Tulsa, and Oklahoma State, all three that I could in this game, we walk out of that scenario 2-1. Our only other loss is to James Madison. So we're really one errant pitch away from being like a 3-1 team, which is pretty impressive right now. Quarterback Morgan Eberle goes 19 for 31, 255 yards, and 2 touchdowns. On the ground, we really did not run the ball that well. Eberle was our leading rusher with 59 yards. And then receiving, what happened over there? Lyle Shermer, 6 for 106 and a touchdown. And John Hart got a touchdown as well. I believe he got the one where we were hit with a roughing the passer call, so we just got to decline it. But then it looks like Dell Slade led the team in tackles with a total of 13. Marlon Worthy got 1 sack, and Isaiah Hastings got a sack, but we got no interceptions. Week 5 is our bye week before we get to jump into conference play, so just looking at the recruiting board, we did not get anybody this week. I do think Timmy Mixon is really close. Obviously, you can see he is really close to committing, but Wake Forest managed to jump us last week, and I think we're going to tie as we get to the end. And according to the makers of this game, it goes to whatever school fits him the best. And considering most of our stuff is not very good, I imagine we're about to lose him to Wake Forest, but we'll see exactly what happens. Yeah, not much of a shock. As I just said, Timmy Mixon has decided to go to Wake Forest instead of Edmond State. Really don't blame him too much, but it's only a 2-star recruit, so I'm not super upset about it. But now it is time for our very next game, which is against the 3-2 Florida International Panthers, who are already 1-0 in conference play. We now get to jump into our first scenario in this game, and it's still 0-0 here in the first quarter, but we need to stop them on this 3rd down. And he's going to be under pressure. Can we get the sack? He will just throw this one away. And now it's just decided this is a big first quarter drive, but why is Jason Queen in at quarterback? Oh, that is awesome. Morgan Eberle is out for the game with a PCL sprain, so yeah, we don't have our starting quarterback today. Not like I relied a lot on his running ability in the last game or anything, so we're going to start this drive with a handoff to Dylan Turner, who goes up the middle for a gain of about 6 yards. Well, we may not have Morgan Eberle, but you know who we do have? True freshman Lyle Shermer, our speedster, to the outside on a jet toss. He's got the first down. We'll cut back in, make that guy miss, and get all the way to about the 50-yard line. Now Queen back in a shotgun set. He'll drop back in, looks to pass. And we're going to go to the tight end. Never mind, as soon as he came open, I was getting hit. Facing a 2nd and 19, we're going to give this one to Dylan Turner and see if he can make this at least a 3rd and manageable. We'll make that safety miss, and he's going to turn it into a 3rd and 3. I would say that's a lot more manageable. From the Florida International 43-yard line, we'll drop back to the pass. And you know, we're just going to launch this deep downfield for Shermer. That's into double coverage. I don't know why I threw that ball, but on 4th and 3, why not go for it? That's really probably the main reason I decided to just throw it as far as I could, because I kind of knew we were going to go for it if we didn't get it anyway. So on 4th down, we're going to throw this one downfield, and what happened there? He was coming open. Obviously, I was just running some slant routes, and if that is not the textbook definition of pass interference here, I don't know what is. He straight up just stopped my receiver's momentum, and the ref threw no flag. Look at that. He is looking right in that pile and just didn't throw the flag. And then the following scenario we jump in on, it is now 7-0, and they have the ball at our 10-yard line. So that'll be a handoff to the back, who goes up the middle and is brought down. Defense, we need a massive play. A pick 6 here would be like a perfect situation. 2nd and 9 from the 9. It's a quick throw, and what was Dell Slade doing? What was that dive? You didn't even try to really deflect the ball. Now facing a 3rd and 1 here. From just outside the 1. He'll take the snap and give it to the back, and he will dive into the end zone, making it a 14-0 game. However, our offense is now seemingly woken up. It's a 2nd and 5 from the 17. Handoff to Dylan Turner to the outside, and we will get the first down. Now Queen back in a 5-wide set will take the snap, and we're throwing this one to the end zone, and it does not get caught by our tight end. It actually gets intercepted by their safety, so a great decision from me. Next up is a 2-minute drill. It's still a 14-0 game, so they were not able to take advantage of the turnover, but obviously they stopped us from getting points on that one. We're going to go all the way across the field, because why not? We're already down by 14, and that one gets deflected. If anyone wants to show like a young quarterback what not to do on a play, just show them that one. You're definitely not supposed to throw like across the field and as far as you can. It's just a horrible decision. But either way, 2nd and 10. We live to see another down. We're going to throw it underneath, caught by Livingston, who will get the first down to about the 48. Now a minute 35 to go here in the half. Out of a shotgun set again, we'll drop back, and we're throwing this one over the middle. That is caught by Shermer, and no, it's not. A minute 30 to go here in the half now. Out of a shotgun set, Queen will drop back and look to pass again. We're going to throw over the middle. That one's caught by Turner for the first down all the way to the 28. I am going to attempt to run a play action. I know how that generally goes in this game, though. And we actually do get a bit of time. We're going to go downfield, and I threw it into the red, and thankfully that does not get intercepted. So that leads to a 2nd and 10. Queen out of shotgun. We'll drop back to pass again. And trying to buy some time. You know what? We're just going to take off. And the lineman sidestepped right into the lane I was going to take. Awesome. A minute to go in the half. The clock is still running. Queen out of shotgun. We'll drop back to pass. We're going to go to the end zone for Shermer, who will make the catch. No, what? How did he drop that? Are you kidding me? Well, I guess we'll just take the field goal now. And I just completely whiffed on that field goal. Yep. All right. This is a great game so far. The next scenario we jump in, it is now 19-0, which I feel like the only way they could have got that was a safety, so that's really awesome, but we do stop them on a 4th and 3. Later on, the next scenario we jump in, it is still 19-0, but now we are in the final quarter of this game. And we are going to go to our tight end deep downfield. Livingston makes the catch and holds on through the hit. So unless I make another drastic mistake, we should at least get points on this drive. Queen back in shotgun. We'll drop back and look to pass. And we'll throw it underneath. No, we're not. 2nd and 10 with a 5-wide set. Queen will drop back. We are going to throw this one to the end zone. And yeah, see, there was the big mistake. I thought we could float that over the top to our tight end. And they come away with another interception. We do get to come back in now for a 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line with 6:12 to go. Can we finally get some points today? We're going to throw this over the middle. Caught by Shermer into the end zone. Touchdown Edmond State. So we at least don't get shut out today. That would make it 19-7, and we have the ball back, but now it's a 4th and 3 with 4:22 to go. We're going to let this one go deep downfield. That one will be caught by Shermer, and we keep this drive alive. Maybe we aren't dead yet. We get to jump back in for a 3rd down. You know, crazier things have happened in college football. Queen will drop back to pass here. And now he's going to go deep downfield for Shermer again. That gets tipped in the air and probably should have been caught off the deflection. But I had a feeling it was going to let me go for it on 4th down. So now on 4th and 5. Out of shotgun, we'll drop back and need to get rid of it. And we are hit as we're throwing. That may seal this game away unless we get the ball back. And we have 58 seconds on a 4th down. Yeah, this game is over. I don't know how we played so well against Oklahoma State and came out just absolutely flat against Florida International. But we fall to 0-1 in conference play now. It looks like Everly got to come in and throw a single pass before he got hurt. And Jason Queen goes 20 for 46, 334 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions. On the ground, Dylan Turner, 48 yards on 13 carries. And then receiving, Hart had 6 catches for 106 yards, Shermer 6 for 124 in a score. But what about defense? Who led the team in tackling? That is going to go to Jonathan Hall, our starting safety. And we got 1 sack today from Isaiah Hastings and no interceptions. But there is some good news out of that. We end up landing a 3-star corner in Peter Torrance out of Edmond, Oklahoma, so he obviously did not want to move that far. But now moving on to our next game, we get to travel to Sam Houston to take on the 4-2 Bearcats, who are 2-0 in conference play, and obviously we will have our starting quarterback back, most likely, to try to get our first win in conference. Our very first scenario, it is 0-0 as we jump in here in the first quarter, and we need to stop them on this 3rd down. They come out with a 5-wide set, and we'll see if we can actually stop them. They're going to go deep to the outside to a wide open man. It would throw us back in on another scenario for a 3rd and 5 from the 15. He'll drop back as a quick throw to the outside, but we make the tackle and force a 4th and 2. Did they kick a field goal? They're going to go for it. They might be going for this one. I'm a little shocked they're not just taking the points, but they will come out in a shotgun set, send a tight end in motion. So imagine this is going to the back, and he gets swarmed in the backfield. A turnover on downs. It has once again given me the scenario for a big first quarter drive. So now from the 15-yard line, we will come in and get blown up in the backfield. Now on a 2nd and 13, we're going to send Shermer in motion. You guys know the play that's coming. We're going to give it to our speedster on the outside, and he's going to get the first down the sideline all the way across the 40-yard line. Brings up a 1st and 10. Out of a shotgun set, we'll drop back to pass. We're going to throw this one to the tight end underneath, and he's going to turn that into a 1st down and get into Sam Houston territory. Almost forgot who we were playing for a second. Eberle back in shotgun on the next play. He'll drop back to pass. They are blitzing a corner, and I may have made a mistake throwing that one, and it gets tipped around, and I thought that got intercepted. Obviously, I'm very glad to see we get to keep the ball, but I really thought he tipped that right into the other guy's hands. But now on 2nd down, we'll run the option and just give this one to Turner, and he's going to turn that into about a 6-yard carry. 3rd and 4. Eberle back in shotgun again. We'll drop back and look to pass. We're just going to take this to our tight end over the middle for the easy 1st down, and he's going to get all the way down to the 16. Eberle in shotgun again. We'll drop back to pass. And we're going to take this underneath throw. That'll be caught by Speed, and Dominique Speed able to hold on to that through the hit. That's going to set up a 5-wide set. Now Eberle will drop back to pass. And we're going to take this running lane up the middle, and Morgan Eberle into the end zone. Touchdown, Edmond State. Now with a big 3rd down, they want us to make the stop on a 3rd and 10 from the 45. Still in the 1st quarter. We'll take the snap and go to the outside. That'll be caught by the receiver, and he has the 1st down. We were in man coverage. Why weren't you covering your man? They would then score off that in simulation. So now a 3rd and 11 as we jump back in. It's 7-7. They're going to run a screen to the outside. Can we get there in time? Yes, we will. 4th and 1, but they may go for it. And I am not surprised at all this time. They are going to come back out, and that may be a false start. Even though our guy moved first. Don't do it. And oh my God, we just gave them a 1st down. Awesome. That is just a dumbass penalty, but now a few plays later, it's a 3rd and 9. Can we get the stop this time? He'll drop back under pressure, finds his man over the middle for the 1st down, all the way down to about the 12-yard line. Just a couple plays later, it is another 3rd down, this time a 3rd and 4. From the 6-yard line, he's back in a shotgun set again. He'll drop back and look to go to the end zone. He's going to find a man wide open. Touchdown, Sam Houston. Believe it or not, this was not a 2-minute drill it threw us in on. It just said it's a 3rd down, so keep the drive alive. So that's what we're going to try to do. And we're going to try to go downfield, but we're hit as we're throwing. However, we are just going to go for it. We're going to give this one to Dylan Turner up the middle for the 1st down. It would go back into simulation for one play, and it throws us back in with a 2nd and 1 from the 14. We'll drop back to pass. We're going to throw this to the end zone, and he undercut the route and was able to deflect it. I figured we might be able to fit that over the top. Now on a 3rd and 1, out of a 5-wide set, we're going to take the quick throw caught by Shermer, who can't hold on through the contact. So now it's another 4th and 1, and we are going to go for it. It looks like Gavin Garcia's lined up at running back for this play, and that's where we go, and he will fight for the 1st down. So that sets up a 1st and 10 from the 11. We drop back to the pass, and we'll throw this one underneath, caught by Shermer. That'll set us up at the 6-yard line. 2nd and 5. We'll drop back to the pass again. And trying to buy some time, but we're going to get sacked on the play. So it says it's a 3rd and 11, but this is essentially a 3rd and goal. But if we get the 1st down, it'll be at like the half-yard line. Doesn't really matter. So on 3rd down, Eberle had a shotgun. We'll drop back. We're going to throw this to the back part of the end zone, and Shermer will not make the catch. I understand there was contact that time, but that is the 2nd touchdown Lyle Shermer has dropped in this episode. The kick is away, and we will just take the points here. As we now jump into the 2nd half, it's a 2nd and 7. Still down by 4. They're letting the clock run down for some reason. It'll be a play fake. Now he's going to go to the end zone, and he throws it right at his dude's feet. The old Donovan McNabb special. Before any random Eagles fans get pissed off at me about that one, I am an Eagles fan, and McNabb did that a lot. But now 3rd and 7 from the 18-yard line. He'll drop back, and he's going to lob this to the outside. I tried to take control of the defender. It did not work. Touchdown, Sam Houston. It is not even letting me go back in on offense at this point. 3rd and 13 from the 20-yard line. And he's going to go to the end zone to a wide open man. Touchdown, Sam Houston again. It would then not let me jump back in this game until a 4th and 1. But in that simulating, we actually managed to score a touchdown because now it's 28-16. But on 4th down, can we keep the drive alive? It's a toss play out to Shermer, who uses his speed to the sideline and will duck out of bounds. But then we would apparently throw an interception in simulation, and now the defense apparently needs my help. I agree the defense needs help. I don't know if it should really be from me, though. 1st and 10 from the 16. They run the play action. And now he's going to lob this one to the end zone, and can we come away with that pick? No, we can't. Why did you go for the hit instead of the ball? Down 35-16. Let's just see if we can add some garbage time stats here. We're going to drop back with Eberle, and he gets swarmed to bring up a 4th and 16. But you know what? Down by 19, why not just go for it here on 4th down? And we're just going to launch this deep downfield. Do we have our man? No, we do not. We'll just see if we can get the stop here. 4th and goal from inside the 1-yard line. The defense got us in this situation. We'll see if we can keep them out of the end zone. Hand off to the back, and no. Touchdown, Sam Houston, one more time. I could have probably gone to the end of this game a lot sooner than when I actually did, but final score is 42-16. We somehow managed to go into Stillwater and win a game, and then just get completely dismantled by Florida International and Sam Houston. We apparently made Morgan Eberle throw the ball 45 times today, 21 completions, 300 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions. Just not a pretty day. On the ground, Dylan Turner got 43 yards on 10 carries. Morgan Eberle did get the 1 rushing touchdown that we did. And then receiving, Shermer still showed up today, 9 for 115. Never found the end zone though. The only one that did receiving was Dominique Speed. Now let's see how the defense looked for us. In total, that goes to Jonathan Hall with 9 tackles. We only got 1 sack today from Marlon Worthy, and once again, no interceptions. I guess the good news is we at least won another game in this episode. Unfortunately, our offense was completely shut down against FIU, and then our entire team was just destroyed against Sam Houston. And now we get to go to Western Kentucky in the next episode, who are 2-4, which doesn't look that bad. But following that, we have several teams with some pretty good records. Obviously, we knew this team wasn't going to compete for any sort of championship this season. We're just looking to get better this year. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will talk to you next time.